Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So we are ending the day. We are getting close to the daily candle close. Bitcoin on the daily chart hasn't really moved, but I was asked by a few of you if I could cover the daily again. I haven't done that, I think, for a few days. Can't remember actually, I thought I did, but maybe not, or not this frequently. The last videos certainly were more focused on the shorter time frame. So quick reminder of the levels and the setup scenarios we are looking at here on the daily time frame. So the idea is a third wave topped in March, and a fourth wave might indeed have bottomed on the 5th of August. Okay, but this is not confirmed yet, and there's no way of confirming it. We are still in an overall price range, and we are firmly stuck basically in this price range that we've been in since the middle of March. But the potential is there that we are already moving up in a fifth wave towards 100K. The confirmation can only happen, however, if we see a 5-wave move up. That would mean we completed wave 1 already. It's too small, and the subwave structure is not clear enough to say that this was a 5-wave move. We already completed wave 2. We might be working on wave 3. It would be an ABC structure, that wave 3. And support for this scenario is between 55,019, or let's say 55K, and 59,790. Then we need to see a wave 4 and a wave 5. When we get these 5 waves, we have clear probabilities, and the next pullback should form a higher low, and we can expect that, and then a third wave can take us higher. However, it will already, that white scenario will already increase in likelihood if the following things happen. First of all, we need to watch in the next pullback if the price can hold this support region between 55K and 59,790. That would already increase probabilities for this bullish case. In addition to that, oops, I just need to delete that red line here that I just put onto the chart. And if we can get a break above this trend line, pretty much that would mean a sustained break above the upper boundary line of the trend channel here. That would also increase probabilities. And if we get to 73,880, that would also increase probabilities, because this is the first ideal target and actually my minimum requirement for a reliable third wave. Then the fourth wave would be a higher low, ideally. Okay, well, we can, that will become more probable if the third wave really reaches the 1.38 extension at 73.8K. And then a fifth wave can send us even higher. And then, we have a solid confirmation that a low has formed here on the 5th of August. Now, that's not the best time to buy up here. That will happen when we get a pullback. Okay, so getting a better price, but having a good setup. That's the white count short-term bullish. That gives you all the support levels, targets, and so on. Now, in the short-term bearish count, however, if we cannot rally to 73,886 and break below 55K, that would be a confirmation for the yellow scenario, in which the price could still be working on that wave 4 that I just talked about, and would possibly test here 45,670. Then we can look at higher from there, and the price could attempt another rally from there. But that would at the same time open the door to more bearish scenarios as well, possibly at least as alternatives. But for now, we are not even breaking below the upper support area here on the daily. So this support area is the pivot between the bullish and the bearish count. For anything else, we would need a crystal ball anyway. Bear in mind, the current situation is it demands a lot of flexibility. It's not an easy structure to read. Now let's take a look at the microstructure. Here we've seen since the last update an acceleration of the move to the downside, a little bit further at least. But overall, not much more action has actually taken place. Quick reminder of what we're looking at here. And this is the 30-minute chart. So anybody who's interested in the short term, you have here a support area as well. We'll talk about that. On the shorter time frame, we are tracking this move to the upside, which is incredibly choppy. Just look at this. I'm actually surprised that we can recognize any structure here. We have a 5-wave move up into the 14th of September high. Then we had a 3-wave pullback, which I'm labeling as an AB structure. And then we could be working on a C wave that should take us to round about 66K. And yeah, I mean, we're getting closer. And in this C wave, and this is getting really messy up here. So my best interpretation is this is an a wave one, which topped on the 17th of September at 61,300. We had a wave 2 pullback where the price bottomed at 59,150 on the 18th of September. And now we are in this third wave that should get to 64,800. Well, it did that already. I'm just not entirely confident that this third wave has already topped. It could have, because we reached my first ideal target for this internal third wave. Don't confuse this with the third wave on the daily chart. It's different. It's a subwave 3, okay? Microwave. You get what I mean. And whether we've already topped in that internal third wave, or it's just a subwave, like a B wave of wave 3, which is actually what I prefer. And then we now form a B wave down, then a C wave rally in wave 3, then another 4-5. I mean, that's not so important. This will likely shift. Important is, I think, that I'm still watching for higher in the short term, maybe after a test of support, then higher, before we start that pullback that I showed you on the daily chart. If you try to really understand the microstructure, I mean, I'm not going to describe every single sub-wave structure here. We share our charts in our membership, so if you're interested, you can join and take a look at it at your own time. It will likely take some time to really understand the concept here, because these microstructures are so complex, but still, they guide the path. And the microstructures, I talked about them in my first video today. I recommend you watch it if you're interested in understanding how to possibly trade these corrective structures. But there are hundreds of ways how to trade this. This was just sort of one example that I gave. What is really important now is that we've seen another test of 64,800, which was forecasted, and then the subsequent reaction to the downside. But also I highlighted we have to expect further choppy price action, yeah? This is already getting choppy again. It's already getting choppy again. Earlier today I shared an initial micro resistance level to maintain the downside pressure in an impulse to the downside in the third wave. It's already trying to break above it. That is not necessarily bullish. Actually, it could be that this is a 1-2-1-2 setup. Then it could go a little higher before breaking down. I just shared here some levels to watch. But this is really only very fragile micro resistance. Maybe I should even include levels that would be relevant for another 1-2 setup. And then 63,800 is going to be key resistance here. Above 63,800, again, the microstructure might morph. That is not necessarily bullish. When can we get bullish again? When we see a first 5-wave move up, 3-wave move to the downside. So yeah, it is not easy. This is choppy micro action. It's not for everybody, but I'll try to keep you updated about it. So hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.